Hey, this is the second time I've spoken to you in a couple of years. It's a great pleasure to talk.
You lucky dog.
I know. It's a great pleasure to talk to you a couple of years ago, and I'm really excited about your new album, Stronger. How long has it taken you to finish and complete this album?
Well, we started whenever I was actually working on the last album. Like, when we were finishing up All I Ever Wanted, I always write, So some of the songs, like You Can't Win, I think was the first song that I wrote for this record. And that was like 2 years ago. So we've been working on it for a while. And then it's been done for a while. We're just waiting to release it in fourth quarter. So
now, you have written some great songs that are real kind of girly anthems, and Mr. Know-It-All, would that fall into that category as well?
Well, no, this is actually the first single I didn't write, so I just picked this song. Yeah, it's from Brian Kennedy and Esther Dean, and anyway, it was just an awesome song. It was the last song that I heard, actually, and that we recorded for the album, and I just loved it because it was so different from everything else on the radio, and it was just kind of a soulful, rhythmic pop rock, and I never usually come out with that, as a first single. So it was really awesome that both the label and my manager and all of us, we kind of fell in love with it. So
now, I've been working in radio for a while now, and I can't believe it's almost 10 years ago when I started playing your songs.
Yeah, that is weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I was 19. I'm 29 now, so yeah, I was 19 when I auditioned for Idol. So yeah, no, it's weird. Some days I wake up and I feel 40. So, and some days I wake up and I feel, fine, like just the age I am. So, but yeah, I've just done a lot. Been really fortunate. So,
what would you say is the biggest difference from when you first started recording to recording now? What one thing has changed about you, if anything?
You know what? I mean, honestly, it's just experience, I think. Just getting in the studio with after 5 records, I've been in the studio with so many different producers and writers as well. So I think it's just experience. Once you start doing it so much, you tend to get a little better at it, and you just grow every album. And I think that's it. Yeah. So
you're in the UK at the moment. I saw that you went to Ronnie Scott's bar the other night.
I did. Yeah.
It was
great. I'd never heard of it, and we asked the concierge at our hotel, if there was any good music, like live music anywhere near, and he said Ronnie Scott's, and he knew the guy and got us in, and it was such a great place. The guys are so talented.
Yeah, they are indeed. Other places that you like to visit when you're back in the UK?
Usually I'm actually big on the parks here. I love just, especially because usually I work inside all the time, whenever promoting an album, I'm either in a studio or going to a TV show or doing something like that. So any chance I get to get outside, I'm really for. So
have you ever done the whole sort of London touristy thing? Have you been on top of a double-decker bus and gone round Buckingham Palace and stuff like that?
I didn't do the double-decker thing, but I've been coming here so much for 10 years, so I've definitely done the touristy stuff. Yeah. But I more like to do the, that's why we'll ask, not even the concierge, we'll ask the butlers, at the hotels, hey, where do you go? Because I'd rather go to local places and see what it's like to actually, for people that live here and where they go and stuff like that. So it's, I guess, just traveling so much, you start to ask the people that, I don't know, actually live here and go there.
So, Saltai123 says, what have you learned from your charity work with the orphanages in Africa, isn't it?
Yeah, Houses of Hope. It's funny that you said that. I'm planning a trip to go there soon. Again, what I learned is once you're around kids like that have just been through so much, and they're only 8, and they've just been through so much. It makes you examine life and just realize how short it is, and just all the opportunities that everyone's given on a day-to-day basis, and that we sometimes take advantage of just because you don't realize how great you have it, and these kids, they're so amazing. It's almost the same as anytime I remember for Christmas, whenever I used to be home, we used to go all the time to the children's ward and the hospitals. And it's so funny because you think it would be really depressing because they're children that, are either terminal or just very, very ill. And they're the happiest kids in the world. They have the best philosophy on life and take, and it's just sitting with them. It's almost like a blessing. I agree. Yeah.
Berenguer says, what do you love about your fans? What's the one thing that you love about them?
The loyalty factor. They tend to follow me, whatever I'm doing. And I love that. I'm not really an artist that's ever afraid to try something different or out of the box. Like I just did like a country single with an artist in America, and I wasn't really afraid to do that because my fans are really loyal. They're like, you know what, if you're into it and it's something you believe in, then we'll back it, and they're always so supportive. And I don't know, that's just the best thing you can ask for, because the fans, it's not the critics and it's no one else buying your albums, it's your fans. So at the end of the day, just the support from them is pretty outstanding.
Hey Chelsea says, what one song is on your iPod that would surprise people? What is your guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I guess I don't come off as like a Nine Inch Nails girl, and I really like Nine Inch Nails. So maybe that would be surprising, but that's not really a guilty pleasure. It's just, I think that might be surprising to some.
Yeah, absolutely. Camilla Pizarro says, what song from Stronger are you most excited to perform?
Ooh, there's a couple of them that I'm excited about. I just recently got to do the single, Mr. Know-It-All, so that was really fun. That was for the first time ever in Berlin at this festival. So that was pretty cool, because I've been excited to release something for a while now. So I don't know, but it'd either be that one or this song called "Do You Love Me" on the album. And it's just, I had a really bad day, and that's actually an understatement, but but it's just a real bad day, and I wrote a song about it and got it off my chest. And I think I'm just really excited to perform that, because it's kind of therapeutic, getting it out. So
Eden says, are you planning on making a DVD for the next tour?
I'd love to. We've almost done it a couple times. It just didn't end up working out because either, whatever political reasons. And but I'd love to. That's my favorite part of my job, is touring. And I think that's also like what, like every artist has something that kind of has them to stand out, and I think the live factor is just, even from how, I got my start live on TV, I think that's really why people are fans of me, is just, singing and the musicianship of it all. So, I just think, it's kind of a good thing for me. So I'd like people to see me live if they can't ever come out to a show.
Do you still get nervous when you're on stage?
Oh, I've never been nervous on stage.
Really?
It's actually the stage helped me come out of, my shell a little. Like it, I think whenever I was younger and I found out, I was all right at singing, I got on stage and it was more like I was more comfortable being on stage than off. So I think finding something when you're young and finding something you actually are good at and you feel special at, I think really gives you your confidence a boost. So I think, it helped me come out of my shell more. So
now, what other songs can we expect on Stronger, Kelly? What, apart from the song that you mentioned, Mr. Know, or what future songs could we expect from there? What sort of tempo? What kind of style?
You know what? There's some fun stuff. There's like a kind of a pop rock dance song that I really like, and I'm looking forward to performing. It's called "What Doesn't Kill You," and that's a really fun one. And I just love the message. It's very much about overcoming tragedy or just obstacles or hurdles that get in the way in everyday life, and I love that. So it's just kind of a happy song to sing, because sometimes on tour I write a lot of depressing music. So I was really happy when this song came along, because I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be a breath of fresh air during the tour. So I'm pretty excited about performing that one.
Thank you very much for coming on the show, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's been great to talk to you.
Thank you. You too.